Hi everyone, this is Sheila Peters and we're about to do a stretch body awareness class. Okay, we're going to start with our feet in a parallel position underneath our hips. Bend our knees and we're just going to rock from side to side without our hips moving. So we're making our upper body go to the side, let our heads go. So we're starting to stretch the side body, but it may come all the way into the hip. So you may feel it here and over here. And let's take that once more, and our knees are bent and straight out over our toes. Let's add an arm. So we're going to reach the arm over and hold for a moment. Lift up and over and hold. Feel that full body side stretch. Reach, good. And reach. Two more. And over to the side, opening up. And reach and stretch, good. Once more in each direction, reach and up and reach and up. Let's come to an upright position with our legs and now slide one arm up and one down. Let that head go. Coming up as if somebody's pulling you up with that upper arm and reach the other side. And lift, breathe, and stretch. Good. Let that head be loose. Up and over. Keep going. Stretch, lift, up, and reach, and lift. Once more. Reach, and up. Good. And reach, and up. Let's add that arm. So windmill with the arms. Arm comes across and stretch to the side. Up and around, and stretch. Breathe. Lift, up, and over. Excellent. Up and over. Two more sets. Reach, lift, and over, and up, and stretch. Excellent. Last set. Reach, and over, and reach, and over, and coming up. Okay, let's shake that out a little bit. All right, from here, we're going to work through some joints. We're going to have the shoulder go forward, lift, up, and back, and forward, lift, up and back. Press forward, lift, up and back, and forward, lift, up. Other side and forward, lift, reach the back, down, and 1, 2, back and down. 2 more sets, lift, back and down. Once more, front, lift, back and down. Now we're going to go backwards with the shoulder, but add a knee. So we have bend, straighten up to the front, and bend, back, lift, and front, and bend, back, lift, and front. Once more, bend, back, lift, and front. Other side, bend, back, lift, and front. Drop the shoulder down as you bend back, lift, and front. Bend it down, back, lift, and front, and down, back, lift, and front. Let's work with the rib cage a little bit. Let's go to the side, and reach, and side. Keep going out, and side, and out, and side. We're going to bend our knees and go doubles to the side. So we have 1, 2, out, out, bend, bend, out, out. Good. Keep it going. And out. Last set. Out, 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 out. Come to neutral, straighten up. Ribcage front and back. So we're squeezing the shoulder blades together and now expanding them away. And chest front. And open with back and open front. And open back, neutral to bend the knees, doubles, front, front, back, back, front, front, back, back. 2 more, front, front, back, back, front, front, back, back. Good, coming up right. Let's take our knees in a slight bend knee. We're gonna have a little forced arch here, so we're lifting the heel up on our foot. And we're gonna lift the hip up and neutral, up, and neutral, up, and neutral, and up, and neutral. Come to the other side, and up, and neutral, and up, and neutral, neutral, and up, and neutral. Now we're going to swing from one side to the other. So we have up, swing it around, shift the weight, and up, down, around, and up, down, around, up. 2 more sets. Down, around, up, down, around, up, down. Lift it, up, and down, around, and up. Excellent. Shake that out. We still have some joints to work with, specifically your ankles and your wrists. So let's work with all of them at the same time. So from here, we're going to flex that right foot as we flex both hands up. Now we're going to push through the wrists and the heel. And lift and up. Push through and heel up. And drop. Flex both and down and up. Good. And push and flex and down and up. Let's come to the other side, but we'll make our arms go to the side here. So we're going to flex up. So we're rocking back on the heel. Push through and heel comes up. Hands go down. And lift, flex, and push through. Good. And flex up and push through. And once more. Flex up. Excellent. And push through. Excellent. Shake that out. And let's now go into some rotated positions. So let's bring our legs together. Bend the knee. Lift that front foot, the right foot up. And we're going to just rotate out at the hip level here. And then come back to parallel and then go beyond parallel. So your knees are basically crossing. And slide on that ball of the foot. Heel is lifted. And rotate in. And rotate out. And rotate in. We have one more. And rotate out. Feel that inner thigh getting stretched there. And rotate in. Come back to neutral. Let's go to the other side. Knees are still bent. So we're going to rotate out. You might get some snap, crackles, and pops in that hip. And rotate in. So the knees cross over. And rotate out. And in. Excellent. Rotate it out. And in. And rotate it out. And in. Come back to your neutral position. And straighten out. Let's rotate the legs out. So we're not going to have a super wide position here. Heels are aiming towards each other and the toes are going out and our knees are going to go out over our toes. Let's just bend through and straighten and bend and straighten. Bend that knee out, feeling the inside thighs on both legs, open up, bend and straight. Let's take that once more. Bend and straight and bend. Keep going, last time. Bend and straight and bend. And straight. Let's go into a parallel position from there. So we've just rotated our heels out and repeat the same thing. Knees go out over the toes. So now maybe you feel a little inside thigh in a different way stretched there. And knees go out over the toes. And press. So you're shifting your weight from one leg to the other. You might feel a little action in the glutes at some point as you push up and shift to the other side. Let's take that once more. Bend. And come up and bend and straighten. Now we're going to rotate again. So here we are in a fairly wide position. So hopefully we are increasing the stretch as we bend here. Feeling a little more happen in the inside thigh. Straighten up and bend and lift. Good. Knees go out over the toes and straighten and bend. We have 2 more sets. And bend and straighten. And bend. Good. Once more. And bend. Push down on the foot as you straighten up. And bend. And straighten. And now let's rotate the heels out once again. So we've got a parallel position. And this is pretty extreme in terms of a wide position. You might start to feel it here. And we're just going to go over into a flat back. So we're going into a flat back, starting to engage the hamstrings a little bit. And straighten up. And bend down. Flat back. And straighten up. 2 more. And bend. And straighten up. Good. And bend. And straighten up. Now we're going to let our upper bodies twist towards the right. Try to keep the hips front. And we're going to go into a flat back over towards that right leg, which will give you a little more stretch on that right hamstring. and come up. But we are trying to keep those hips facing front. So it's a little bit of a pull against each other. So the hips stay back, but the torso is going in the opposite direction. And lift. Last time. And flat back. Good. And up. And we're going to take it to the other side. So it's the upper body that twists. And we go over to the left leg, feeling that stretch in the hamstring there. And lift. And drop over. Enjoy the stretch. And lift. We have two more. Keeping the hips facing front as the torso goes to that diagonal. And up. And over. And up. This time we're going to go over towards the front and go all the way down and try to hang from the hips. So we're increasing the stretch in that upper hamstring. Heads are down. Shake that head, no. Loosening up the neck. And the head is heavy. And then shake the head, yes. Shake the head, no. And shake the head, yes. Excellent. We're going to walk our hands over to your right leg, and you're going to try and put your hands on the outside of that ankle or that foot, maybe up on the leg, whatever works for you, keeping the hip back, and just try and drop the body down towards that right leg. So you'll find a stretch, not only in the legs, but also in the side back body there. Opening it up. Good. From here, we're going to walk our hands around and over to the other side, or you can slide them. Find the place that works for you. Drop the head down, keeping the hips facing front. As you drop the head, shake that head, shoulders loose, and feel that length that's happening in that back and also in the left leg. Let's take that again. Walking or sliding the hands around. Drop, keep the hips where they are. Maybe you can get your head a little farther down. Let's shimmy the shoulders to make sure you're not holding tension there. And let the body just sink into this beautiful stretch, pulling at the hip flexors. And then coming around, so you're not putting pressure on that lower back. And if you're not all the way down, you go to the position that works for you. But again, make sure that you're folding from the hip. Shake that head out. Good. Now we're going to come into a neutral position, walk our hands in, and using your hands to press into the floor, we're going to rotate those feet out. So we've increased this rotation in our legs, and we're going to drop all the way down using our hands. They can move to the right. So this right leg is bent, and then you can let that heel lift. And you may find that you get a very nice stretch on the inside thigh. So we're going to flex this foot up, push through the ball of the foot, and then the point. Come all the way up, flex, push through the ball of the foot and point. Again, flex. Ball of the foot and point. And last time, flex, ball of the foot and point. Excellent. Just enjoy that stretch. From here, we're going to push up with the foot and the hands. So we come up to our original position, head is down. And notice the difference between this leg that we just stretched and the one that we have not. And we're going to go to the other side. So we're bending the knees, pushing with hands so that we can anchor ourselves over and then lift up into that flex or that heel lift. And here we go. Up, push through and point. Really enjoying this inside thigh stretch. Flex, push through and point. Two more. Flex it up. Push through and point. And last time, flex. Push it through and point. Once again, we're going to push down with that heel and come back and over. We're just going to go from one side to the other. Let's flex this foot. Foot down, push up, slide over with the legs, and flex as the heel on the bent knee comes up. Come up, push the hips up, drop the head down, slide and change. Just enjoy this shifting of weight. And up, push through, drop it down, and flex. Excellent. Let's come back to your neutral position. Heads are down. Your weight's right in the middle, and maybe you find that your elbows have gone down a little bit farther, closer to the floor. And we're going to just push the hips. So this is a little bit more isolated. We're pushing this hip out to the right. We get a little bit more upper inside thigh stretch there. Shift the hips over and go to the other side. So you're really trying to focus on the inside thigh there. Repeat. Up and push.
Good. Up and stretch. Let's take that again. Up and push the hip over to the right, feeling the inside left hip, get a stretch there. Up and over to the left, so inside right gets stretched. Repeat, last time. Up and over. You might feel like you're really getting pretty far this last time. Up and over. Excellent. Come back to your neutral position. Let's rotate everything over to the right. And we're going to bend this front knee and come into a full lunge there. Now, in this position, what I want you to do is to take some circles with the hips. We're trying to maintain this lunge. So we're going to push the hip out to the side, push it around, and to the other side. And you may have a little bit of a dipping motion as you do this. So you're really circling that hip around, push it out, lift it up. Good. To the side and down. We're really working in that hip. And lift, and side, and down. Let's drop the knee down and allow the hips to come forward. So we're really stretching out that hip and upper thigh area. And we're going to go back into the lunge and make that circle go in the opposite direction. So this time we're going to go inside, lift it up to the outside and down. Inside, lift it up to the outside and down. Two more. Inside, lift it up to the outside and down. Last time. Inside, lift it up to the outside and down. Coming into your neutral position, let's go and drop that knee down once more and allow that hip to really press forward. We're going to push back to get a little bit more stretch on the hamstring. So we're really making our hips go back, our bodies drop down, our foot is going to point in front, our heads are relaxed, feeling that stretch on the hamstring. Lift the hips up, press forward, let the body undulate and come front. Let the head come upright. So you're pressing with the hands. Once again, push directly back. So you're folding the torso along the leg as the hip goes back, foot points as it comes off the floor, or maybe it's still on the floor, but it's a pointed stretch there. Good. And come up, press, push the hip down, and hands come up. Maybe your shoulders can come up a little bit more than the last time. Two more times. So we're going to fold, press, and stretch back. Let the body be nice and loose there. Maybe your body can stretch out a little bit more along the leg to increase the stretch in the hamstring. Lift up, so you're kind of undulating through that whole body as you do this, and then lift. Coming up right. Maybe you can go up to your fingertips. Really feeling the hip move down towards the floor on that back leg. And push back. Folding, hands pointed. Then lift. Take your hands and bring them to thigh in front, shoulders are down. And let's just press back. So we're getting a little bit more stretch in that long leg in the back. And it might be a little bit of a balance issue. And just opening up and head lift. Good. Come down. Excellent. Let's push this front back and come back into a child's pose. And you're going to notice that the leg that was in back feels very different than the one that we haven't worked with yet. So let's relax that shoulder, the shoulders and the heads, shimmy them out a little bit, maybe your hips too. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale, and allow yourself to rest. Good. We're going to come up, and we're going to swing the opposite leg, the one that was in back, now in front. And we've got a nice long leg on the other side. Just feel that hip getting a nice stretch there. And we're going to curl the toe under and come into your lunge. So we're going to go into those hip circles once again. So we're pushing the hip out. We're going to drop it down, bring it to the inside, and lift it up. And push it out. Drop it down. Bring it to the inside and up. Two more. Reach it out. Drop it down. Feel that stretch. Inside and up. And reach it to the side. Drop it down. Where are you getting stretch? And lift. Come to your neutral position. Let's drop that knee down and really feel that stretch that's happening in the front of the hip there. And we are going to go into the other side, sort of the circles.
but just make sure you really feel that pull, that stretch, that really nice release that happens in the area where we have a lot of tightness in the hips. So let's go back into your full lunge, and we're going to go to the side, inside, drop it down, and now to the outside and up. So we're making that circle go in the opposite direction. Inside, drop, to the side, and up. 2 more. Inside, drop it down, to the outside, and lift. And inside, drop it down, to the outside, and up. Come to your neutral position. Get that nice long lunge, drop the knee down, toe releases. From here, we're going to push back. Try to keep this fold right here in this front hip in a nice tight position as you fold over and you allow that torso to drop over, and your foot is going to point as you push the hip back. Shoulders are down. Really feel the lengthening that's happening in the hamstring there. Now we're going to lift up. Let the body undulate as the hip comes forward and come upright. Try to lift the head up a little bit so you feel more of a stretch in that hip. Good. Pushing straight back so we get a nice stretch there. All the way back. Heads are down. This time, maybe your foot comes off the floor because you pushed your hips so far back. Elbows are bent, shoulders are relaxed. Enjoying that stretch in the hamstring. Push up. Lift. Undulate and push. And maybe this time you can push your hands down a little bit on the floor so you can get your upper body up a little bit more to increase the stretch in the front hip flexor area. And fold it back. Elbows are bent. Hands go down. Shake the head out. Make sure that head is nice and loose. Foot is pointed. Feeling the lengthening that happens in the hamstring. Lift it up. Push through. Drop. And let the upper body come up. Maybe you come to your fingertips. Feel the hip go forward on the stack leg. So you're really opening up. And fold. Drop back. Heads down. How far back can you get that hip on the long leg so you can really feel that hamstring? Getting a good stretch there. Foot is nice and pointed so you're working through that instep there. Good. And come up. Undulate through that back. Push. And maybe you can come way up with that spine. And the next thing we're going to do is to really increase that. So we're going to put our hands onto the thigh area, shoulders are down, and then we're going to push back, keeping the hips forward, opening up through the chest, opening up through the neck, feeling the hip get a good stretch back there. And again, it might be a bit of a balance issue there for you. Good. Come down. Let's push back with this front leg and go back into a child's pose. So we really stretched out those hip flexors quite a bit. Shake those heads out. Shake the shoulders out. Shake the hips out. And just allow yourself to take a deep breath in. Let's make a noise. Exhale. Good. Letting everything relax. Excellent. Now we're going to roll up through the spine. We haven't done that much work in the spine, the lower spine, so let's make sure that we get that moving a little bit. So from here, knees are straight forward, where you just push that lower back out. And as you push this out, you may find that this whole thigh area gets a bit of a stretch because the knees are staying down. Push through the hips and let that spine undulate and let yourself go into your arched position. Pushing through with the hips. So we're really trying to engage the abdominals and get that lower back working. Push through, release, and arch. 2 more. Rolling back through that spine. It's a journey. And enjoy that journey. And notice how the whole spine starts to ripple and reflect what's happening in that lower back. Push it through. Good. And arc, and come back into your arch. Excellent. Let's go back once more into that curve to the back of the room. And now we're going to drop our heads down. Inch out, allowing the body to go into the floor and then come down. Letting the feet go into a parallel position. Hands come below your shoulders. Deep breath in And we're going to push up and work again through the front of the body there. Back is arching. And come back down. Make the elbows come close to the chest and drop. Repeat. Breathe in. Exhale. Let the head lead. Push. Use your arms to stretch yourself up. See how far up you can get. Trying to build mobility in the spine. And roll down. Head is the last thing that's going to drop. And come to the floor. We have 2 more. Deep breath in. Exhale. Head. Push. Lift. Arcing all the way up. Excellent. Roll down. Breathe. Coming all the way down. Excellent. And let the head rest. Last time. Deep breath in. Exhale. Push and roll up. Really stretching out. Good. Coming back down and release. From here, we're going to bring our hands behind us, clasp them together, deep breath in, point the feet strongly, exhale, push the hands away. And we're getting a little bit more of an arc and work in that shoulder blade area. And release. Breath in. Exhale, push and lift. Feel the abdominals engage and come back down. Let's take that 2 more times. Breath in. Exhale, lift. Make sure the legs are strong. Reach and come back down and release. Shoulders relax. Last time. Deep breath in. Exhale, push and lift. Good. And release and let everything go. Let's let the hands come under and then let's push straight back with our hips and go back into a child's pose here. And feel that lower back getting a nice stretch. Walking our hands over to the side. We're going to put one hand on top of the other. So we're getting a side, lower spine stretch as well as a side body work there. Take a couple deep breaths. And then let's walk our hands or slide them along the floor to the other side so we get another stretch on the other side. We've got the opposite hand coming over and putting on top of that same side hand there that we're going towards. So we can get that nice side body and lower back stretch. Take another deep breath in. And then exhale. Excellent. Let's come back to the center and drop down again. See if your body is a little bit more into the floor as you were before, than you were before. And then let's roll up through the spine. If your toes have slipped off the mat, come back so that those toes are on the mat. Make sure your knees are straight forward. We're going to take another stretch through that spine by using the pressure of our hands on our heels. So from here, let's actually first start with our hands behind, and we're going to push our hips forward and up. We're just going to take a preparation for this. So we've got a little arch in that back. We're starting to feel something in our thighs, and then come back down. Breathe in, exhale, push, and lift up. Maybe you can get your shoulder blades coming together and your hips a little bit higher up, and maybe your head goes back. Let's take that 2 more times. Ease off, breathe in. Exhale, push up. How far up can you get? You can get a little farther over. Good. And come down. Once more. Deep breath in. Exhale, pressing up. Good. Now see if you can walk your hands up. So you've got your hands on your heels and you're really pushing through those hips and really extending this stretch for yourself. Now we're going to fold in. Try to keep your hands where they are. Deep breath in. Push those hips forward, undulating through the body into your nice arch. Good. Come back down. We're going to have 2 more of these. So take a deep breath in. Exhale. Push the hips forward. Lift. Arcing up. Hips go forward. Heads go back. And then come back down and release. And we have 1 more. Deep breath in. Exhale. Push through the hips. Lift. Arc. Good. Coming back down. Excellent. And release. Okay, so we've been doing a lot of work on that spine and for the quads, actually, and the hips. So let's get into something else. So our feet are straight out in front of us. We've got the divine flesh out from underneath us. Maybe your feet are off the mat. Let's flex the feet up and push through the balls of the feet and point. Come to the ball of the foot and flex. Backs are straight. Push through and point. Toes up and flex. And ball and point. Toes up and flex. And balls and point. And toes up. Flex out through the heels. Balls the feet and point. Make sure again that the divine flesh is out from underneath. The arms come up. We're going to do a forward fold. Keep those feet pointed. Lift up out of the hips. Fold it over from the hips. Reaching out and down. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale and see if you can lower the legs, the body down towards the legs a little bit more. Hands go to the outside on the floor, wherever you are. Deep breath in. Exhale. As you exhale again, see if you can fold a little bit more from the hips so you're really getting the torso going along the legs and the legs get a stretch and your lower spine will too. 2 more deep breaths. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale and reach. And last time, deep breath in. And exhale and allow the body to sink. Shoulders are loose, heads are loose. You might want to shimmy and then through the hips and find that you get a little farther over. Now we're going to reach the arms out, engage the abdominals as we lift ourselves up to an upright position. From here, we're going to flex the feet and repeat. So lift up out of the hips, reach up and over. See how far out you can get. You're going to go to your extent. If your knees have to be slightly bent, that's okay. You do what works for you. Heads come down and allow the body to fold over. Where do you feel the stretch this time? Let's shake that head out. Let's take a deep breath in. As we exhale, we inch the arms out and over, deeply flexing the feet, letting those heads be loose. Breath in. Exhale and reach the fingers out. 2 more times. Deep breath in. Exhale, reach those hands out, let the elbows be loose, the shoulders loose, the heads are loose. If you can drop your head, do so. I'm not, so that my voice won't get too muffled. And last time, deep breath in. Exhale and release. Allowing the body to go all the way over. Excellent. Once again, engage the abdominals. Take a deep breath in. Reach arms out and lift yourself upright. Good. We're going to cross the arms. So we're going to bring this back hand to the outside with a palm facing front to this front leg. And we're going to twist in the spine. And then we're going to allow ourselves to slide, once again, coming from the hips. So we're sliding along the legs, so we're getting a twisted stretch. And you may find as you go down and you go as far as you can this first time that your front leg is getting a deeper stretch on that hamstring. Good. Reach the arm forward, come upright. Make sure your backs are straight. We're going to twist and go to the other side. Back of the hand here, feel that twist. And then we take that fold and slide. So we're going along the outside of the back leg there, increasing the stretch. And you're going to really feel this in your lower spine as well. Hopefully in the long leg that you're going out and over. Let the head go. Good. Coming up. Reset yourself. Make sure you're upright. Twist. Let's take it again to the front. Shoulders are down. Feel the twist first. And then take that slide. Really feeling that fold happen from the hips. Reach out the second time. Maybe you can get a little farther over. Drop it down. Trying to keep this openness in the shoulders there, which sometimes is the biggest challenge. Good. Reach forward, lift up. Feet are deeply stretched and flexed. Here we go. Twist. Feel that twist first, establish it, and then slide, and we're going down. Here we go. All the way. Excellent. Great. Lift out and come up. Let's take that flex and we're going to maintain it and we're going to push through the lower back like we did before when our legs were in the bed position. And then we're going to push through and lift up. Let's take that again. Flex the hands as you make that lower back work. So we're starting to get a little abdominal work too. Push through, lift, and up. We've got 2 more. And coming out into that lower back, push to the back, engaging the abdominals, flexed hands, push through the hips, rolling up, and once more, coming all the way down. Excellent. Into this C curve with the back, and push and lift up. Now we're going to take that once more and go into that C curve and stay there. So here we go. Let's point the feet and let our fingers go front. And from here, bring the fists, hands into a fist. We've got the fists, backs of the fists fitting in, the elbows out. And we're going to twist. So we're going to get a little work on the abdominals and the obliques. And twist. And keep that C curve, keep the abdominals working. And elbows go back, twist. Keep going. Twist. And twist. Once more with the feet pointed. Twist. And twist. Come back to neutral position, flex the feet and repeat. Sliding through, twist and twist. Keep going. Twist and twist. 2 more sets. To the front and to the back. And once more. To the front and to the back. Good. Come to your neutral position. Let's push through, lift up, drop the arms, and bring them behind so you go into an elbow supported position here. Feet are pointed. Make sure your feet don't sickle so the toes come together. You want the toes to go out slightly. So there's a curved, pointed position there. Holding on to the abdominals, we're going to bring that front leg in, lift it up, stretching it up, flex that foot. Now heel goes out and work it down slowly to the floor. Let's take that again. Lift it in, bring the knee up close to your chest, stretch it up as high as you can so you get a hamstring stretch there. Flex the foot, drop it down, and we have 2 more. We're going slowly down. So we're working with the legs and also the abdominals. Now you're not letting your upper body sink into the floor. You're pushing with your elbows against the floor so you get lifted and supported back there. And once more, coming in, lift it up. Good. Flex that foot. Coming down, press it. And come to the pointed foot. Let's take it right away to the other side. Knee comes in this first time on your stretch for the hamstring. It might not feel like you can get that far. Flex. Keep holding on to the abdominals, going all the way down. Keep that chest supported. And bring the leg in. See if you can get the knee a little higher. Extend from that knee. Flex. Reach it out through the heel. Holding on to those abs. Good. Point the foot. Coming in. 2 more. In. Lift it up. Extend. Flex. Drive it out. Slow it down as you go down. And we have 1 more. Point that foot. Lift it up. Bring that knee to the chest. Extend it, lifted, flex, and come down. Excellent. And point. Now let's slide the arms out and allow our bodies to come all the way down, flat on the floor. Adjust your head. Let's wiggle our hips side to side. Relax the feet for a minute. Good. And then let your feet do the foot drum exercise so that your whole body is relaxing and moving here. Excellent. Good. Now, once again, we're going into a parallel position. So make your feet go right out. And we're going to take a full stretch through that hamstring. So that front leg is coming in. Hug that knee into the chest. Lift the leg up so you can hold anywhere you need to support this. And go as high as you can. Your legs wind up still being bent here, but go to the position that gives you a stretch on that hamstring. Bottom leg is nice and pointed, so you've got it anchored in. Let's bend that knee in once more. Hugging that knee in. See if you can increase that angle. Lift, stretch, and see if you can increase this stretch all the way up. Bottom leg is your anchor leg. 2 more times. Bend that knee in. Inhale. Exhale. Extend. And reach. Good. And last time. Bend the knee in. Exhale. Stretch that leg up, all the way up. Now we're going to maintain this position with this top leg, and we're going to flex out through the foot. So we're increasing the stretch of the hamstring. Good. From here, the bottom leg is going to remain pointed, and we're going to take some butt molds. So we're going to lift the leg up, Try to reach it to the other leg and bring it down and out as you keep this leg in this stretch position. Let's take 3 more of the abdominals. Lift it up and stretch it out and down. And you are breathing. Lift it up. 3rd one, lift and come down. So this leg is still getting a good stretch, and the other leg is getting some action too. Lift and come down. Good. Flex the bottom leg. Push the heels away from both legs. Feel that push and deepening in that stretch. Good. Point both feet. Bend that front leg, and let's let it slide down and release it. Good. Once again, rock those hips side to side, and then go into your foot drum. And take a moment before we go to the other side to let the legs relax and notice if the leg we already stretched over our head feels any different than the other leg. It probably does. So let's go back into the parallel position with the pointed feet with both legs. Bring the back leg into the chest. Notice where you are when you're folding in. You're going to find a difference from this first time to the last time. Grab a hold of the foot or the leg in whatever place you need to extend that leg. Now here's our first position. And just note where you are there too. Bottom leg is your anchor. Come back into that bent knee position. Inhale. Exhale. And extend and reach. Maybe you can get a little farther in that extension. And 2 more. Bend the knees. In. Exhale. And reach it out. Now you may find your legs wiggling a little bit. That's fine. Your legs are telling you that they're doing some work. And bend, inhale, here's the last time. Exhale and extend. Now noticing where you are, hopefully you feel like you've gotten a little bit more of a stretch. We're going to flex out through that heel. That will deepen the stretch in the hamstring. Point the bottom leg, and now we're going to come up in that abdominal. So we're lifting the leg up and controlling it down. By engaging the abdominals, you can help this process of lowering. And lift up, inhale. Lift that leg up, it's pointed, and reach it out and down. Still maintaining the stretch on the leg above your head. And lift it up. Inhale. Exhale. Reach it down. And last time. Here we go. Lift it up. Shoulders are relaxed. Point that foot. Coming out and down. And then let's flex both feet and feel the heels reaching away from each other to extend that stretch a little bit more. Good. Point both feet. Now, as you bend this knee in, notice where it is relative to where it was the first time you brought it in. You'll notice a big change there. Allow that leg to come down and release. Now, let's beat our thighs out. Good. And rock the hips once again, side to side. And then settle and go into that foot drum once again. Good. Just to relax the body after that extreme stretch. Good. Let's bend the knees, and we're going to roll over to the side and go into a side body stretch there. Lie down. And we're going to take that top foot, flex it, and we're going to drive out and push ourselves up to a roll upright. Good. So here we go. We've gotten ourselves in this nice folded position. And let's take a little bit of work on this hip here. We're going to rotate this hip in. Now the knee can be softened, but we're really feeling that hip rotate in. Good. And rotate it out. Maintaining this knee down, so you're getting openness in that hip. And roll it in. Allow that upper body to go with you and roll it out. Let's take that 2 more times. Roll it in. Let the upper body twist a little bit more. And out. And let's take that once more. Roll it over. And open it out. Good. Stretch both legs out and shift positions. So now this leg's in front. And if you need to get your front leg back on the mat, you can shift back. And this leg is open. So we've got our weight into this leg here. And it's going to try and stay where it is as we roll the other hip around and down into the floor. Stretching out that hip, and then roll it and maintain this and open. Might feel a little stretch in the inside thigh of the bent knee. And roll and let the upper body go. Twist it and roll it and open it. 2 more. And roll and twist and roll and open. Last time. And roll it. Good. And roll it to the back. Excellent. Stretch both legs out. And let's just rock side to side a little bit. So we're lifting up and up. You can have your feet pointed and have the legs stacked. So we get a little action in that lower back. Rock and rock and rock and rock. Excellent. Upright. Let's open the legs out. And you're going to go to the extent that works for you there. So we want to get the divine flesh out from underneath. We want to be sitting ourselves in a slight J curve so that our butt is a little bit farther out, so our backs are really stacking up. We feel that inside thigh stretch there. So let's take a nice roll forward. Feet are pointed. Chin, roll, all the way down. Going out as far as you can. And we're going to extend this. If you're not having straight legs, that's fine. Again, my head is lifted, so I don't want to muffle my voice so much, but you want to aim towards getting your head down there. So shoulders are down, deep breath in. As we exhale, we're going to inch our fingers out a little bit more. So we're opening up the inside thighs, as well as flattening our backs towards the floor. Try not to roll our legs forward. Breath in. Exhale, inch those fingers out. Heads are loose. Remember, your head should be dropped. Sorry that mine can't be. And deep breath in. Exhale, reach those fingers out a little bit more. Feeling that inside thigh get a good deep stretch. Once more, deep breath in. Exhale and release. In this position, let's flex our feet out to add to the stretch. Shoulders are down. Push through the balls of feet and point. Let's take that 3 more times. And flex, trying to keep the legs rotated out as best you can. And push through the ball of feet and point. 2 more. Flex. Push through balls of feet and point. And last time. Flex those feet. And balls of feet and point. Deep breath in. Exhale, let's make a noise. As you exhale, allowing the body to settle in and release through this stretch. Good. Taking your hands, rolling up through the spine. So you're rolling all the way up to an upright position. Excellent. Let's take a side stretch. Here we go. Reach the arm over, keeping the opposite hip on the floor, reaching that arm over as far as you can. Now we're going to push through the bottom hand and do a windmill over, kind of reminiscent of what we were doing at the very beginning of class. Feet are pointed, reach, push with the bottom hand, lift, windmill over, and reach all the way over. Good. And lift, push, and stretch. Let's add some flexed feet here for the last 2 sets. Up, over, both hips stay on the floor. See how far over you can get. Maybe you can get the hand to touch those toes. Lift, up, over, and reach. Touching the toes if you're able. And lift. Breathe. Last set. Over. Feeling the side body getting a stretch. Both hips are on the floor. Lift, push up, reach, and over. Good. Push yourself to an upright position. Excellent. Let's bring our legs together, shake them out. Flex the feet, get the backs nice and tall, and get the divine flesh out from underneath. And we're going to just push that right foot forward as the hip goes forward, and then shift and change. So we're integrating that inside thigh stretch that we just did. Going again, right leg out, twist and left. Kind of in a walking motion, just to help the body integrate what we've done today. I'm going to take it once more in each direction. Push, twist, use your hands to help you get that twist as that hip goes way out there with the heel. And push out with the left leg, reach, and come to a neutral position. Excellent. Beat the legs out. Find a way to sit nice and comfortably for yourself, making sure that the divine flesh is under it, really pulled out, and you're sitting on your ischial tuberosities. Let's bring our arms out. Lift, breathing in. Hands come together. Hands come to the heart chakra. And give thanks to yourself for doing this nice stretch class. Some more intense stretches than other times that we've worked. And if you like this class, please subscribe and let me know how you feel about it. All right, take care.